Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Okay, One Piece. Now, this was 701. I'm trying to see which one was better. One Piece or Bleach. I have to say, One Piece is slightly better than Bleach this week. Slightly. I know that's saying a lot because Bleach showed a lot of shit. But One Piece, man, the ending. Damn. The ending was so fucking crazy. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody's read the chapter already. And those who haven't, go read it. What are you doing here? But before I get into the summary, I need to say this one thing. The guy at the end, the samurai, the blind samurai, he could only be two people. Number one, he could be the guy that Akianu sent from headquarters. Fujitora, I believe his name is. I might be wrong on that, but or he could be a Shubakai. I don't think he's the seventh Shubakai. I think he's Fujitora, the guy that Akianu sent. So, yeah. But let's get into the summary now. This one was called Adventure in the Country of Fervor, Zealots, and Toys. Now, in the beginning part of this chapter, pretty much what went down was Luffy saying, we're finally here, so on and so forth, and, all that jazz. In the beginning, he's trying to fly on top of Mononosuke as a dragon. And this part actually was pretty fun. A lot of fucking comedy going on here in the beginning of this chapter. Nami, they must be picking up where they left off from last week. Because fucking Mononosuke is putting the moves on Nami again. Because he's basically having a fight with Luffy, saying, fears nothing, and how he wants to ride him, and saying that, he can't fly as a dragon and everything, and then saying Kinemon is basically telling his son, Mononosuke, stop being, this man saved our lives, stop, doing all that, and he's telling Luffy, you should mind saying that you're shouting with an 8-year-old, and then Mononosuke as a dragon is looking towards Nami and saying, damn you, oh Nami-san, that primitive monkey was, and then she says, there now, and then once again, Kinemon, Sanji, and Brook are like, keep your distance, and she's like saying, what's your problem? It was kind of funny, and that's when, after that scene, and pretty much after that scene, we have Kinemon saying, what they dress like in Dressrosa, and he kind of like, come on. He's got this picture up, and the women supposedly don't wear anything. And I'm like, no. And then Nami says, this is as if. And after that happens, briefly, Law gives a Vera card to Nami, saying that if anything happens to us, go to Zao, which is the location where Law's crew is. So that was basically he was doing there, and he's basically after that just breaking it up of the and basically what's happening here is, and I had a discussion with Smoke Raider on this, and he was confused about it, and a lot of people were confused about it, and this chapter clears it up. There's 3 groups. 3. There's the group that's going to go and drop off Caesar to Dumb Flamingo. There's going to be the group who stays on the ship, and then there's going to be a group that goes and looks for Kinemon's samurai friend and what was it? And Stray Factory. But now that I mention that, this guy at the end, that's the third option. He might be Kinemo's friend. But then again, I doubt it. But anyway, as basically the law saying, and saying that also will cross a bridge, and the group who's going to retrieve Caesar to the Flamingo is Usopp, Law, and Robin. That group is I don't know, I just find it weird. But anyway, Law has to easily have to be there because, the Flamingo. And Robin's saying, it sounds like fun, and everything, so... And then we have the team that is going to protect the Sunny. The team who is protecting the Sunny is so pathetic, I can't say. It's so bad. You got Mononosuke, Nami, Brook, and Chopper. The only people who are going to protect there is Chopper and Brook. And obviously the group who's going to go and destroy the factory, which is everybody else, which is Kinemon, Sanji, Luffy, Zoro, and Frankie. That's 5 people. Which makes sense. And, and they didn't realize that Sanji left, and Chopper's like, oh, we're supposed to protect us. And then we see what makes up Dressrosa, the island. And it's a pretty crazy place. There's a sweet aroma of flowers there, mouth-watering cuisine. I can't even say that word right. And they say the smell is amazing. And passionate women, and so on and so forth. And finally, bear with me, walking, talking toys. Okay. I guess Oda likes Toy Story. But that's basically what happened. It was walking, talking toys and stuff. Stuffed toys and walking soldiers. And this is one soldier guy goes by and says, you look familiar. And they're all toys and so on and so forth. And basically, yeah, they coexist with humans. Living animated toys. It's like, and they're all like shocked. Zoro and Luffy, they're like, there's this funny faces that they make. And from there on, it's just the toy soldier guys explaining that women in Dressrosa are very, very, very zealous. They become overly zealous if men cheated on them, and they end up stabbing them. So the rest of the chapter, though, basically they're in disguise, Luffy and the gang. This gang that's gonna go destroy the factory and rescue the samurai. And what ends up happening is they get these foods that were like, whoa. Dressrosa shrimp paella, Rosa squid ink pasta, fairy pumpkin gazpacho. I'm like, damn. Fucking awesome food. And this guy was talking about a fairy thing, but other than that, the important part of this chapter was obviously the ending, and they noticed this blind guy blind swordsman who's playing, and he's got a robe on, and he's got a scar over his eye, and he's obviously blind. Now, like I said before when I was saying at the beginning of this review, he could be several people. He could be Akion, the guy Akion who sent Fujitora. He can be one of the Shibukai, or the third option, Kinemon's swordsman friend. But I really doubt he's Kinemon's swordsman friend, because Kinemon's swordsman friend is supposed to be imprisoned. So, I really doubt it's him. But anyway, basically, I'm not going to tell you everything that happened from word for word, but basically what happened, this one guy kept going against him and saying that, it was, on white, you didn't win, and so on and so forth, and then it didn't land on white, it landed on black, and then Luffy comes in, disguised, of course, saying it landed on white. And then the guy gets pissed off and attacks him, and he says, well, this won't do. Step aside, young man. Time to show these hooligans hell. Hooligan's hell. And it's as... Now, this power this guy unsheathed, when he unsheathed his sword, and by the way, from what I understand, the sword, he did it from the backside. The side that wasn't sharp. He's got some gravity power. Because after he did that, the guy who was going to attack him says, so heavy, it's crushing me. And boom! Creates a hole like you would never see. And then he's like, oh, who the hell is this man? What the hell did he just do? And he says, the blind have the privilege of never having to gaze upon this world's refuse. And it says, who's this? Who's the old man? So, and that's basically what happened in the chapter. Now, this was fucking crazy what this guy just did. Now, I'm holding out to say he's a Delphi user. No. I'm holding out on that. And why do I say that? Well, number one, there's only one Devil Fruit user, as we know, currently, that has that ability of gravity. And that's Blackbeard. This guy, my money's on that he's Fujitora. I can't even remember that name. Say it right. Because kind of looks like a Marine with the cape. I mean, it's rather that or is Kinemon's friend. Those are your two choices. So, you know. But this was a good chapter. I really enjoyed it. The funny parts in the beginning was awesome. Just fucking awesome. Funny as fuck. You know, it was just awesome. But as far as this guy is concerned, it's really... It's gravity. It was gravity that he used. There's no question. I wonder what else he can do. Because the further we get into this arc and the further we go into the new world, the further these powers are just going to be out of the fucking minds of people. It's going to be so grand, these powers, that... And I was just talking to the guys in a live stream today. I think it was in Sekai's live stream. Eventually, they're going to destroy countries. Countries, islands, forget about it. It's going to be like, you know. But this power is obviously, I would say that it's probably coming from his sword. Because when he unsheathed it, I was obviously a blade there and everything. After reading it again, I saw that. And I can only gather that if it's not a Devil Fruit power, maybe it's hockey. Maybe it's a new kind of hockey. That would be interesting if Oda brought that out. I would be interested in seeing if that was true. It's rather a Devil Fruit user, but I'm thinking it's not. I mean, maybe there's powers that, you know, aren't derived from a Devil Fruit. Maybe this guy has a new form of hockey or new ability that he just has, that he trained for and has, that allows him to do this. Who knows? But overall, this was an awesome chapter. 4.5 out of 5. I want to give it a 5, but hold off on it. Hold off on it for now. So yeah, awesome chapter. Tell me what you guys think. Who do you guys think this guy is? I gave you 3 choices. Fujitora, the guy Akayano sent. Shubakai, the 7th Shubakai. Or Kinemon's friend. Those are your choices, man. Tell me what you guys think. Comments below. You know the stories from Bankai 922. Awesome chapter of fucking One Piece. I almost said Fairy Tail. No. Don't say that. One Piece was awesome. Bleach, awesome. And Naruto's okay. So yeah, this has been Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. He dropped the bomb on that motherfucker. Big fucking hole, bitch. Yeah.